Hi readers, this is Full Duke here for Horse News on Saturday the 15th of September, as you know by now. I'm here with who are your names?
I am Steve or Haymaker.
Steve, Haymaker, and you?
Adam, Adam Sporka.
Yes?
Yeah, and I'm Ivory.
Okay, and you are collectively known as the Wasteland Wailers, yes?
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
Okay.
Well, there's more of us, but
Yes.
only three of us are here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Someone else declined to interview because of career commitments, which is fair enough. Okay, so you've been around for a couple of years now. Firstly, do you guys want to tell me a little bit more about yourselves and the group as a whole?
Okay. I am from New Hampshire in the States, so it's quite a long travel to come over here. The group, I was contacted by a member of our group named Yandi about 4 or 5 years ago now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It was a while ago, asking if I wanted to be part of a project
Yeah.
for the Overmere Studios for the Fallout Equestria game.
Yeah.
And I said, I don't know what I'd bring to the table for that. He's like, oh no, the music team. And I'm like, yeah, okay, that sounds like fun. And that's how I got involved. AJ has some other stories, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
there's been a similar thing. Basically, I was looking for some projects around the fandom that I could join and offer my services as a musician. And I found that Overmare Studios was like recruiting people, so I sent an application and they were like, yeah, sure, that's good. Let's do things. And that's how I met Yandi.
Yeah.
And we started writing songs and we started writing things, and it was 2013 when Yandi suggested that we, as a music team, we might have assume an alternative name for the team, so that we're not just a music team, we're like some kind of a band.
Yes.
And so he came up with the name of the Wasteland Wailers, and it stuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I basically got drafted by
Yes.
Adam. We met up at a convention in 2014.
Yeah.
Yeah, we jammed for a while on the keyboards, and yeah, the next thing I know, I was drafted for the team. So
Yes.
yeah.
Awesome.
And so the team is with the Overmare Studios, which is a group of folks making a game, and we're part of their team.
That's right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
because our primary, let's say, mission is to make the contents for the in-game radio,
Yes.
and at this point we have
Oh.
like 18 songs made, and I think we have like 12 or 13 on the radio playlist, and we also made like 2 something hours of music for the video games.
Awesome.
That's pretty much what we did here.
Okay. So how did you guys get involved in the fandom? And how did you guys meet each other? Oh no, you were discussing with each other. How did you get involved in the fandom?
Okay, my friends at the university, I'm actually an academic. I'm actually a researcher at the Czech Technical University, which is something which I've been doing for quite many years. And my colleagues from the university were like, you should watch this series. I was like, why should I watch this series? That makes no sense. And they were like, you should watch it. I was like, okay. So and then like six episodes later, I actually started liking it. So that was the start. And then I've seen the great, creative potential of all the people who are like involved in this thing. I was like, man, this is good. This is really good. Yeah. So that's pretty much how I found it.
4chan.
Yeah.
4chan. Someone put up a link for what was it? Pone's The Anthology.
Yes.
Yeah. That was the first MLP thing I saw, and then being a huge Fallout fan, I somehow got to the Fallout Equestria fanfic,
Yeah.
which was groundbreaking for me because I read it, and before I even finished it, I started making music for
Yes.
based on the fanfic.
Yeah.
And I had a friend, okay, so I had a friend who was big into 4chan. I wasn't so much, I mean, I knew about it, would occasionally go there, but he was a big 4chaner, and he told me about 2 months into the show, same thing, I'm really getting into this, you should watch it. I told him he was crazy. I said, hey, get out of here, you're out of your freaking mind. And then a few months after that, a couple of my friends are bantering on Twitter, and one of them said, you look like an Applejack type or something like that. And I said, okay, everybody's talking about this thing, I need to watch it. So I locked myself in my room for about 3 days and binge watched most of the first season. It was about, the first season wasn't completely over yet, but it was on like the last couple of episodes. And I binge watched most of the first season and said, okay, yeah, this is fun. And then I went looking for other people with similar interests to talk about it, because, hey, fandom, this is cool. And I ran into a fellow that was named, went online as Zacho.
Yeah.
And he's the one who said, you know, we should make a song. And I said, no, you're out of your mind, because I'm not doing this Pone music stuff. But he kept up for a couple of days, and finally I said, yeah, okay, I'll bite. Nobody's ever gonna know. And we made a song, and it was moderately popular, and it was a lot of fun to have people come up to me and say, oh, I have you on my iPod or something like that, which just blew my mind. I'm like, okay, sure. And I just had a lot of fun, so I've stuck with it ever since. And then, like I said, a few years back, I met these guys, and I've been working with them ever since.
Yeah.
Okay, so next question. Well, there's quite a few. So, what do you guys say your favorite experience so far in the fandom has been?
Well, this.
Yeah, and I'm not even sucking up to the con organizers. This has been the most fun I've had at a con probably ever. I'm not a huge con guy.
Oh, at con.
Yeah, or fandom experience.
Fandom,
Yeah,
fandom experience.
yeah, fandom experience too. But I mean, this is the most fun I've had at a con. But it would be either that, because so far this has been an absolute blast. And traveling and seeing Europe, because I'm from the States.
Yeah.
And coming to the con, and everybody's been great. And you know, sometimes us Americans are so uptight about stuff. They've never let us wander around a con with a beer in our hands. And I mean, I can wander around here and have a few drinks and have a good time, and nobody's going to give me a hard time, and it's been a blast. The only other thing I could think of that was comparable is when I released that first song. That was the Luna's Rue song with Zacho. And when it was kind of popular, that was a great experience too. Yeah, but.
Do you want to tell us a little bit more about the song, and we'll go on to you guys?
Oh, okay. It was, like I said, he approached me and asked me if I would do this, and we spent several months doing it. And when it was released, a lot of people that were fairly popular in the fandom, especially at the time, made like really nice comments on it. It was called Luna's Ruse. You can find it. It was like back in 2011, if you know. So you'd have to dig back a while on Zacho's YouTube page, ZAHQO, but it's on there, and it's one of the first things you see. And it was a combination of acoustic guitar and synthesizers. He was very into chill out, and so it's kind of like a chill out thing with an acoustic guitar and vocals. And I hadn't made music for years. And he kind of dragged me out to making a song, and yeah, and that's what came out of it. You know, I've learned a lot since then.
Yeah.
About producing stuff and singing better, but I think it still kind of holds up. I think it's still a pretty good song.
Mm-hmm. And what about you guys? What would you say your favorite experiences in the fandom?
In the fandom, like joining this band and like being in this band.
Yes.
You know? And about this con in particular, well, the whole thing is really, really nice. I'm really having a blast. The nice thing about the fandom was that for me it was a way how to find out that I actually know enough about music in order to be hired as a professional musician, and enough to start doing my own. I landed a video game industry job pretty much based on this as a musician and as a music technologist, and which is currently paying my bills, so that's really good, you know. So I'm really grateful to this fandom for having me like finding this out, you know. So that's it.
Well, for me it would be joining the band. I mean, there's nothing better than working on new stuff and basically bouncing ideas off each other, adding, modifying, and basically coming up with something that's awesome. The sum is greater than.
Yes.
Oh, and by the way, I sound like I don't love you guys. I love you guys.
We know you do.
When you when did you guys first come on the convention scene, like individually?
Individual.
In the fandom or conventions
Just in the fandom.
Okay. When did you start?
But this started 2011, 2012, right? I guess.
I think it was the first Equestria where we kinda played.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
that was the two of us pretty much.
Yeah, two of us
Right,
and
yeah.
Hamish as a guest.
Yeah,
singer.
that's right. And then
That was what, 2014?
yeah. Well, we haven't performed live very often.
Yes.
Yeah, this is our third concert, like third official concert when we are billed as the Wasteland Wailers.
Yes.
The first one was in Berlin, the second one was in Baltimore, and the third one is happening now.
It's very hard for us to get together because I'm from the States and they're from Europe and Brittany's from the States. So it can be challenging.
Yes. So when did you first come on the convention scene in April?
Believe it or not till very late. I think it was, probably BronyCon 2015. I never was a huge con guy. I just never really got into it. And then they invited us, we got invited to play at BronyCon, and me and Yandi and Brittany went. And I had a pretty good time. And that was the first time I really went to a con. Actually, I think I went to TrotCon way back in the day in like 2012 or something. One of my friends dragged me along. Now that I think about it, I forgot about that. But it wasn't, I had much more fun. Not that the con was bad. I just really wasn't in the swing of going to cons. I was very shy and not really into being noticed or anything, so it was a little tough for me. But once I got rolling, I've been having a good time.
Yes. Okay. So next thing, who are your favorite ponies? Your favorite episodes and why?
Oh goodness.
Oh god.
I'll try to take the heat on this one. Favorite pony is Applejack, and why would be because I think of all the main six, she's the one I could hang around with the longest without wanting to kill.
Yeah.
The rest of them would probably drive me crazy pretty quickly, even though I love them on the screen. The favorite episode is really tough because I have a lot of them. Of all things, and this is probably what a lot of people isn't going to think this is a good episode to pick as a favorite, but I always love Ponyville Confidential because it made me laugh a lot. Like the whole thing where, there was a lot of good moments in it. And I love the Cutie Mark Crusaders anyway. Like to me, the Cutie Mark Crusaders are probably a better example of friendship than the main six are.
Yes.
So because of that, like I really enjoy their episodes a lot. So and that one just seemed the most fun for me.
Yeah. Fun fact: when that episode was being first aired, that was the same. I don't know if you guys know about News of the World. News of the World. Was a tabloid in the UK.
Okay.
It was shut down. It was part of the phone hacking scandal.
Oh.
And that aired on the same week as when the editor went to trial.
Oh,
which made
really?
me laugh. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yes.
That is really an interesting coincidence. That you would have
I think not.
Okay, so you guys, what are your favorite